Right now, a volcano could be erupting somewhere on Earth and nobody would even know because that volcano could be several kilometers underwater, hidden in complete darkness deep beneath the ocean. But how can a volcano erupt under kilometers of water while we see almost nothing on the surface? To understand that, we have to go down very, very deep. As we go deeper, the sunlight begins to disappear. A few hundred meters down, there's almost no light left, and several kilometers below, we reach a world of total darkness, extreme pressure, and freezing cold water. But right beneath this dark world, the Earth is still active. The Earth's surface is made of huge pieces called tectonic plates. These plates are constantly moving, very slowly, but they really are moving. In some places, they move away from each other. When this happens, hot material from deep inside the Earth rises toward the surface. As this material rises and the pressure drops, some of the rock melts. This molten rock, while it's still beneath the surface, is called magma. Magma rises through cracks in the Earth's crust, and when it reaches the surface, we call it lava. When this happens on the ocean floor, an underwater volcano begins to form. Now, imagine this volcano erupting several kilometers underwater. Extremely hot magma comes out of the ocean floor and meets cold seawater. The water quickly cools and hardens the outside of the magma, but the inside is still extremely hot and molten. So more lava pushes out. It cools again, and this happens over and over. Little by little, layer of lava build up, creating a massive mountain on the ocean floor. Now, here's the big question. If the volcano is erupting, why does the ocean surface look so calm? Why don't we notice anything? Because there are several kilometers of water above it. That enormous amount of water creates incredible pressure. Under this high pressure, the gas inside the magma have a much harder time expanding. That's why many deep underwater eruptions are very different from the explosive eruptions we see on land. But if we can't see the eruption, how do we know it happened? The Earth usually leaves clues behind. An eruption can cause a small earthquakes, change the shape of the ocean floor, or change the temperature and chemistry of the surrounding water. Underwater activity can even create sounds that travel through the ocean. Scientists track these clues, and sometimes they send underwater robots into the deep to see what's really happening. So we don't always have to see the eruption itself. Sometimes we just have to find the evidence it left behind. Now, what do you think? Do these volcanoes only cause destruction, or can they actually be useful? When we hear the word volcano, we usually think about destruction, but underwater, the story is different. When lava cools on the ocean floor, it turns into rock. New layers form on top of older ones, and little by little, the ocean floors expand. This has been happening for millions of years. So, deep beneath the ocean, the Earth is constantly building new parts of itself. But the strangest part is still ahead. Right next to these volcanoes, in complete darkness, life exists. Seawater intercracks in the ocean floor. Deep underground, it heats up and picks up different mineral and chemical. Then, it rises back through cracks in the ocean floor. These places are called hydrothermal vents, and around them, an entire ecosystem has developed. There is no sunlight here, but some organisms don't need sunlight. Instead, they use chemical energy from their environment. So, right next to a volcano, in complete darkness, life is thriving. Now, you might think, if these volcanoes are underwater, they can't really hurt us. But that's not always true. A strong underwater activity can move the ocean floor or even cause parts of it to collapse. And if a large amount of water is suddenly displaced under the right conditions, it can create very large waves. Of course, not every underwater volcano can do this, but being hidden doesn't mean a volcano is harmless. Now imagine an underwater volcano erupting again and again. Each time more lava collects on the ocean floor, the mountain slowly gets bigger and bigger, until after years or even thousands of years, its summits get close to the surface. one more eruption, and lava break through the water. A volcano that was once hidden several kilometers underwater is now a mountain rising from the ocean. And if it keeps growing, it could eventually become a new island. So some of the islands we see on maps today may have started their story deep beneath the ocean. Now, when we look at the ocean, we know that several kilometers beneath the scald surface, volcanoes could be erupting, new rock could be forming, hot water could be rising from deep inside the earth, and creatures could be living in complete darkness. The ocean may look calm from above, but beneath this quiet surface, the earth is never completely silent.